Good evening. It's February the 13th, 2019. About 8:45 p.m. at night here in Vernon, BC, British Columbia. We've been having a really cold snap here. Minus 15, minus 18, minus 19, 20. We're still going to have some cold snap yet for a couple more days, I believe. I just ordered a large excavator to come out to Desert Cove with a I don't know what it's called. It's a breaker of some kind, because we got to put in 2 septic fields and dig a basement. And the frost is down in the ground 2 feet or more of solid frozen ground. So we're going to see how that goes in the morning, if you can bust it up so that the regular excavator can dig it. Yeah, that's par for the course in the winter like this, but we've had a really good winter up to now, so I guess this is our winter. I wanted to touch again on this business. I don't know. I haven't really followed up in Canada how bad this is with the abortion stuff. You know, the ones in, I think it's in the state of Virginia and New York, where the governors are bragging that they're going to pass a law in the state to allow women to abort and kill their babies right up to birth, and in fact, even if they are born, they can let them lay on a table there and die. Now, and when I saw the announcement of this, there was a whole bunch of women in the room with the governor, and they're all cheering. They're cheering the fact that they can now kill babies right up until birth. But the problem is their laws are so flawed and so devilishly put into effect, and I don't know if the women's lobby was the ones who made it come. I would imagine so. I don't know who else would. But it's based on the health and the what is it again? No, the health and the health and can't remember. It's not just on health. It's health and the well-being, or I forget how it is. It's in other words, it's unlimited abortion. The thing that gets me is that I don't care who you are, or religious or not religious or whatever, but there has to be a retribution for this. There has to be a payment made. There has to be a cost to this, to legislating killing babies, which are people. And mothers killing them, choosing to kill them, and be given the right to choose to kill them. Who gives them that right? Legislators. Old men kissing up ass to get votes. They don't give a damn about what's right or wrong. Terrible. I believe there's a lot of men responsible for this abortion thing, and not just the women. But the women, it's strange how their excuse is that I can do whatever I like with my body. Well, it's funny, if it's their body, how, if it's allowed to grow, it sure looks different than your body. Never looks like you. And the fact that you refuse to give birth, as a woman, you refuse to give birth. Men don't give birth, men can't give birth. Women's role in this whole world is, one of their role is to give birth. They carry the womb. They carry the... Phew. And those who agree with this is, the trouble with that is, if you agree with it, you are in the same camp. You're just as guilty of killing the baby as the woman is. And how does this, does this go on until it gets so bad that, I don't know, civilization just crashes? For one thing, it'll have its results in the civilization being taken over, because if you don't reproduce, someone else will. And to allow women to let that happen to a nation is not right. And it's men who allowed this, definitely, and catered to women. And it's unbelievable what women will do. Vanity and jealousy is what kills the whole world, and the women is a big trait for women. Every single woman seems to have that trait. More than men. Not that men don't have some, but not like women. And that's sad. Very sad. Because it didn't used to be like that. The world wasn't like that for thousands of years. It's just become that way in the last 40, 50 years. Yeah. And it certainly doesn't mean it's for the best. There's nothing good about it. Nothing. But we're living in an age where good is evil and evil is good. So that tells you who's really out forefront now, running the world and running things, and influencing people like you can't believe. United States now, they have there's a lot of women running in the Democratic Party who just elected, and they want to do a lot of strange stuff. They want to ban cow farting because of the, methane into the environment. They want to ban airplanes. They want to have, whether you work, if you don't want to work, you should be paid anyway. And no fossil fuels, get rid of that. And that's their platform. And they want to be a socialist country, and they want everything free. And everyone should have a job if they want, and if they don't want it, should get paid anyway. When people get to that point, then they're the whole nation, a country like the United States, can go right down the tube with stupid politics. People who talk sense, they shout them down. But the politics in the United States is so corrupt, and has been corrupt for quite a long time. It is so corrupt that I can see it collapsing, that's for sure, and I'm sure Canada's not far behind. In here we have the Quebec Mafia that runs Canada. Has for 100 years. We have a Prime Minister from Quebec who does what the Quebec Mafia wants. I think 9 out of 10 prime ministers have come from Quebec. They control that. Sad. Country like Canada, second largest landmass nation on the planet with resources galore, with a population of 34 million. And then we have them stopping Canadian companies from selling the resources that would bring money in for the country. It's stopping it. They want to stop it. I just don't understand how they can be that darn corrupt and be paid off like that. A lot of it would be from the money from the United States that doesn't want Canada to produce that much oil anyway, because it could affect their oil prices, or do this, or do that. I mean, they've controlled Canada just by media and money. Sad. Sad as hell. Well, I got a little joke the other day. I had to go to the doctor. I'll be 85 in April. And I kind of knew why he wanted me to come in. I haven't been watching my diet worth a darn. And I figured it was most likely diabetes. And I mean, I had diabetes for quite a while, I guess, but not too bad. But now it's shot up to, I think it was 12. So I noticed a few things. I asked him some questions. I said, does it affect nerve endings and feelings and extremities and whatever? Oh yeah. I said, well, I can vouch for that. I guess I can feel that coming. So I've been doing a little bit of adjustments, trying to eat a little different, kind of cutting down and fasting a bit, cutting out all the candies and snacks I have. But I sit here alone every night, so what the heck. Still sort of thinking about taking a trip into Mexico a bit, taking the Coast Starlight train from Seattle to Los Angeles, and then flying to Los Mochis, taking the El Chepe train through the Copper Canyon in Mexico, and then going to Puerto Vallarta for about a week. Don't know. There's so many things going on. I watched Donald Trump have a rally in El Paso, Texas. And the Democrats had a guy by the name of Beto O'Rourke have one the same night. Donald Trump had about 35,000 people. I think it was 7 or 8,000 in the building, and the rest were all outside. Big screen TVs and whatever. Huge crowd. Beto O'Rourke had less than 1,000, 800 maybe less. You know, that guy can draw a crowd like I've never seen. I've never seen anything like that. And you know, he has a rating of over 50% right now, 52 or something. And that, and even as a result of all the media against him, bad publicity against him, everybody against him, protesting against him and everything, and he's still at 52%. What would it be like if he had a fair media, an honest media? Man, he'd be like at 80%. Yeah, that's a very bad thing. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if he stays for 2 terms. I kind of think he'd get reelected again, providing things don't go all to hell on him in this last year or 2. But anyway, the Democrats are a dirty, dirty bunch. Really crooked, dirty, underhanded. They've been that way and had control and power by doing that for so long that it's just inbred into them to be, only they're having a real trouble now with these young and new women that have been elected congressmen and whatever. So they're having a problem with that. Anyway, that's 15 minutes and 58 seconds. That's enough for me. Thank you very much.